Hey, welcome students to Education 335. My name is James Sturdivant. I taught high school for 34 years. I retired in 2019. And at that point, I started teaching some classes at Muskingum. It's been so much fun that I keep doing it. And this class on technology has really become a favorite of mine. And I basically just teach it in the summertime. So I'm really glad that you signed up. We're going to have a really good semester. And this little video here is going to give you some information about the class. Looking forward to it, my friends. So in the summertime, everything, is a little more flexible. And our syllabus is going to reflect this. Now, this is a condensed course. And, summertime is summertime. And people have vacations. And believe me, I'm going to be flexible about this. If you're going to be taking a vacation in June, yeah, I'm going to work with you because guess what? I'm going to be taking a vacation in June. As you look at the syllabus, you can see that, like, I think it's June 10 to June 17th, I am not going to be at home. So we're going to meet 3 days a week, uh, each week, with the exception of that June 10th to June 17th time period. And you might be on a vacation too at some point. And if you are, I'll work with you. Now, this syllabus that I've created is, one-stop shopping, and this PDF has everything you need from the entire class. There is a link to the extended syllabus, and you can check that out if you like. But really, everything that you need is right here on this one PDF that you can find on Blackboard under my syllabus. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of creations. We're going to be meeting on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with the exception of that one week in June. And now I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. Now, one thing I'd like you to do is I'd like you to respond to the Google form on the introduction document in which you are going to select a preference. You either would like to meet with me and your classmates at 10 a.m. or in the late afternoon at 5 p.m. I'm going to divide the class into two groups, and I'd like you to stick with your time. So if you're going to be a 10 o'clock person, always come in at 10 o'clock, 5 o'clock, because I want you guys to develop some camaraderie. I want you to collaborate with your peers and get really comfortable with one another and get to know each other well. Now, if something comes up and you can't meet at a certain time, and you might reach out to me and say, hey man, can I meet in the morning today? That's cool. Those things happen. But I do want you to think about what time would be more convenient for you as you respond to that Google form. Now, one thing that's really interesting is the advent of AI, which has the potential just to really change everything about how we teach and how we learn. And so our very first prompt in here is going to be you working through some resources about AI. And then I'm going to prompt you to do a few things with ChatGPT. There's like the logo for that. You guys might have messed around with that some. And then we're going to talk about this. We're going to collaborate on how this can be utilized for good, how we can manage the downsides to it. We're just going to air it out. I think the first week is the first prompt is going to set us up for the rest of the class. And we're probably not just going to talk about AI the first week. We're probably going to be talking about it during the whole course of the class. I looked on my roster and I noticed a lot of names. There's a number of students in this class I've had in other classes. And I think you're kind of comfortable with the way I teach. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have signed up. You would have taken it from somebody else. And my big thing is that I want to challenge my students to reach the top of Bloom's taxonomy, where they're using the highest level thinking skills. And then I want them to do the same for their students one day. So each one of our prompts involves a creation. Bloom's taxonomy, baby. We're going to talk about that a lot too. And hey, this is a class on technology, so we are absolutely going to use technology to interact with one another. And I'm not just talking about emails. We're going to utilize this tool called Voxer. And your first challenge is to get on Voxer and reach out to Sturdivant. You type in James Sturdivant, and you're going to see this yellow background with my picture on it. And just shoot me a message. It could be like a typed message, hello, or it could be a voice message, hello, Sturdivant. But I want you to reach out to me on Voxer. Anybody that's had me in class before is going to tell you that I utilize this tool all the time, and we're going to utilize it in here. And finally, this is our textbook for 335. We won't be using it until the second creation, but it's a real easy read. It's an interesting read. It's highly interactive, which is what you want an education technology textbook to be like, with lots of links, and you can highlight it just like a physical textbook. And I can show you how to do that. Any questions on how to get this, reach out to me, reach out to the bookstore. We're not going to use it for the first creation, but every creation after that we will. So snag that as soon as possible. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. Jump on Voxer and reach out to me. Glad you're here.